This is Vicki with VS Solar. Today I want to talk about what the 3 most important things would be for you to ask your solar consultant in a meeting that you would have. First is going to be who owns the system. That kind of leads into the next question, which is what incentives are you going to qualify for? And the other third most important thing are what are the warranties on that system? Because all of those are very important pieces of the solar puzzle. So when you ask who owns the system, is that you? Or is that going to be like a lease or a PPA where somebody else owns the system and you don't? That's one of those things that's very important for you to know so that you know what incentives you're going to get. So there's a couple different incentives that you could qualify for. One is the federal tax credit, which is based off of your federal tax liability. So not everybody gets it, which is not always addressed in solar meetings. And the other is the solar renewable energy certificates. And you're going to want to know how you get those. Like, is your rep going to help you get those incentives? Can they help you determine whether or not you are going to be eligible for them? And who is setting up your SREC account? Because most people don't want to do that on their own, including me, who is a solar consultant. I didn't even set up my own SREC trade account because it is not an easy thing to do. So it's important for you to know how easy that is going to be for you or if it's going to be a challenge. The other important thing is what are the warranties? And you want to know the warranties on everything, on the panels, on the inverters, on workmanship, on roof penetrations, all of it, just so that you need to know each particular piece, because a lot of times it's just a blanket statement as to what the warranties are without really specifically going over what they are for each individual thing. So you're going to want to make sure that you know that. And another really important thing too is who are you going to call if you have any issues or if you have questions? Do you call your rep? Do you call the company? Who is it that you contact? Because in a perfect world, no one would have any issues or questions, but it's not a perfect world. So sometimes you're going to have to reach out to somebody and you need to know who that point of contact is. Is it the rep or is it the company? And then how easy is that process? Are there specific hours? Are you going to have to wait for everybody to get called back? Are they super responsive? All of those are going to be things that you want to know. So make sure you're checking who owns the system, what incentives do you qualify and how do you get them, what are the warranties on each piece of the system, and who do you call if there's an issue. That's what I would make sure that you ask. Another very important piece of that also that sometimes isn't said, which is kind of crazy to me, is what the overall cost of the system is. Occasionally that's kind of glossed over, and that obviously is going to be another important thing that you would want to know. So make sure you know that.